What's up, game replays? Are you guys ready for the WmD Qualifiers tournament tonight here on the Frontline Network and the Where's My Demo Twitch TV channel? What is up? What is up? Tonight we're going to be watching some Company of Heroes action coming straight to your computer from our cameraman WmD Sandland. He will also be co-casting with me, at least for a couple of games, and maybe we do have some guest casters as well tonight. We never know, we never know. But first, straight off the bat, right here, we're gonna have one game with Trainz versus Basilone. It's probably gonna be one hell of a fight. That's as much as I've heard so far. I never preview anything, so I'm in for as much of a shock as you guys are. So, what do you think about this game, Sandland, and welcome!
Thank you. Yeah, currently I cannot get the overlays to work, so that I didn't listen to anything what you just said. But yeah.
Well, tonight we will be casting the WmD, that's Where's My Demo. It's not Weapons of Mass Destruction. Even though you guys are quite some Weapons of Mass Destructions in Vico.
Well, yeah. Anyway, just give me like 2 minutes or so. I'll see if I can fix this overlay thing, because otherwise they're going to be able to see the the progress bar and not be able to see the score and such. So yeah, 2 seconds.
So while Sandland is up some technical difficulties, we'll go ahead and look at the brackets, which you can find here. I'll post it in the chat right now. This is the brackets for tonight. This is the qualifier bracket. As you know, this is a WmD Invitational, so some of the experts have already been accepted into the main games, which will be played next weekend. But we do see some pretty great names here. As you can see on the brackets, we have Pepsi, for example, Macaroni, which I actually casted the other day. He was a great player to watch playing, I must say. We do have some representatives from WmD, Lichter and Trainz and Hans, for example. We also do have people like Commentator Nogano and also Jim. Sadly, he was our first choice of games. We wanted to cast Jim versus Hans, but those games never happened. So sadly, we will not be able to see that tonight because they were never played, and he had to give a walkover to Hans, putting Hans into the semi-finals actually. And as far as I know, he doesn't know who his opponent is going to be yet. If it's going to be Ultra Smurf 117 or Commentator Nogano. We'll just have to wait later into the evening to see what happens there. But we can see that Pepsi is also on to the third round, and we also have Lichter and Trainz in the third round. Actually now WmD versus WmD to fight over the honor of their clan. Where's my demo? How are we looking at those overlays, Sandland?
I can't seem to fix it. Don't know what reason though. It was working, yeah, it was working yesterday, so it's a bit odd. And I can see them on my screen, so that makes it even more odd. Anyway,
maybe if we take the help of General Hell, if you're out there, maybe you have an ID.
I've already spoken to him.
You already asked him as well? This is very strange. I do know that Tommy, last weekend when we casted the Modern Combat, both the semis and the finals of those games, he also had some problems with the overlays when we did the semi-finals. I'm not sure exactly what it to fix it, as I'm never the cameraman, the sender, because my upload speed is bonkers, and I can't stream shit. Anyways, you still want to get game, you go on the road and maybe fiddle with the overlays in the pause.
Yeah, we'll just get going, and no, I'm not using DX Tori. I'm just using regular XSplit. Alright, guys, we're gonna unpause in 3, 2, 1, unpause, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10.
So we do have Basil Reborn in the south as the Wehrmacht, and we do have Trainz in north as the Americans, and he's building his racks with his first engineers. No 4 years, 3 years or anything. It looks like it's just going to start with the standard 2 engineers, go out capping with his engineers, most likely for maybe the high fuel or the munitions, and then cap is cut off with the building engineers. 2 Pyos down in the south for Basilone as well. What do you usually do as the VCO factions on this map, Sandline, both Wehrmacht and US? Do you do 3ES, 4ES, or just standard play?
Normally I just do standard play, or sometimes I go one engineer as Americans and pressure on the Wehrmacht fuel early on.
Ah, that's very interesting. You go one engineer start with 5 rifles, or 4 and a jeep, or you just
No.
stick with 4 anyway?
I actually go a bit weird build order. I build my barracks immediately, of course. I get 2 rifles, then I get a jeep, and then I get an engineer after that and just play standard.
Very interesting. So basically you still get the 2 engineers, you just get it delayed later in the game, and you actually get some more fighting power with the 2 extra early rifles, I guess.
Yep.
Very interesting. I have not seen that yet on one of my games that we have on YouTube. We do have Basilone in that signature tank trap there between the hedge and the building, so the American can't grab the building from that side. He has to go around on the right side to protect his building from the Wehrmacht cutoff. He's also putting up some wire now, but there is a jeep out for Trainz, and he's going to go harass these building engineers. He doesn't get any nice crits while they're building because he was behind the hedge, using the shot blocker from the hedge by the Pios. That was a little bit lucky. If he timed it just a second before, he could have gotten some very juicy crits on those wire-laying Pios.
We do see a bike coming out immediately as a response to the jeep, though.
Oh, that's nice. So, Volks bikes for Basilone and Jeep rifles for Trainz as the American player. Do you usually do this as well? As you can see on the capping Volks at the high fuel, you build a sandbag to protect yourself?
I normally never ever do that, but yeah, I might start doing it actually, because it's
I've seen it from a lot of
powerful.
players. You do get the extra protection there, but mostly when I see people, the higher tier experts build these sandbags, they build it so close to the point that their opponent can't actually use it.
Yeah, because that's one of the dangers of it, because if you were to flank, you can just put a rifle behind that and take MG fire, and it won't do all that much.
Yeah, it'll be protected from the mission, especially the suppression for at least 1 or 2 bursts more than normal.
Yeah.
We do have a larger engage here now. The bike was chasing the jeep and bit some Volk back, but now the rifles and the second engineer from Trainz is going to tip the tide into the favor of the American player. His jeep is a little bit damaged though, and we do have 2 Pios coming in to reinforce Basilone here. It's going to be a massive engagement over this high fuel. Trainz is going to try to deny the Wehrmacht player his fuel to take up, but an engineer takes 2 fast casualties and are forced to retreat. The jeep are trying to push the Volks, I believe, and the rifles are trying to annihilate the Volks. They almost go down there, retreating with 1 man. He's very low health. He gets focus fire. He actually loses the Volks. Very early loss for the Wehrmacht player.
Yeah,
that was a great engagement, Trainz.
That was one of the problems with the sandbag. I think it worked against him more than it did in his favor in that engagement. Rifles and engines.
Yeah, I think he should have put it to the right of the fuel point so that he couldn't stand, because the fuel point itself would be in the way from the sandbag, so he could only use the sandbag heavy cover from the other side. I do believe a Pio just went down as well to these second rifles here, and the jeep is still shooting at the second Pios from Basilone. So 2 very early losses from Basilone. It's going to be hard to come back, I think.
We did nearly lose a rifle though, but yeah.
This is true. He had down to 1 man, but he had, you know, a fair amount of health on that retreat, and there was nothing to retreat against. So he was okay, but could have lost it if he retreated just 5 seconds later.
By the way, Fatal, can we pause for like, yeah, at 30 for like 2 seconds? I'll put a picture up so they can't actually see the timer.
Yep, I'm paused at 30 seconds, 4:30. So very early loss for the Wehrmacht player, Basilone Reborn here. Could spell disaster if he doesn't pull a bunny out of his hat right now and do some magic tricks. Because against these American forces now, consisting of 3 rifles and the jeep, very standard. If you don't go 4 rifles, you get the jeep, you get the 4th unit as a jeep at least. And Trainz has actually just now at 4:30 started researching grenades. Fairly quick, not the quickest I've ever seen, but still fairly quick.
Alright, I'm good to go. On pause in 3, 2, 1, on pause. 31, 32, 33, 44, 35.
I'm right with you, Sandland. Oh, in this position, if you were playing Wehrmacht, what would you do next? Would you stick in Tier 1 and try to at least get your 4 units out of Tier 1, or would you just keep teching?
I think
Because you're quite unpowered now, with
right
one
now,
volt down.
Right now, I think I'd risk it and get a huge Tier 1. And then lay a shit ton of mines everywhere. And just risk it in that way.
Yeah, mines are very important, especially in these high-level tier plays. Mines can quite literally, as Seb and many other experts have said, win you games. Mines and mine placement really win you games. The 2 MGs out of Basilone, so I do believe he went Volt, Bike, Volt, double MG. Might be mistaken with the build order there, but it does look like it. We do have a very nice flamer flank. I didn't even see those coming against MG that was set up on the other side of the truck. He is focus firing the bike, I think. He's got a damage engine. The Jeep comes in, but it takes a shit ton of damage from the MG and actually goes down. And Trainz is wondering what his Jeep driver was thinking. Oh no, the Flamer engineer also goes down. A lot of early loss from both players here.
To be honest, he could have used that flame engine way better than he did. Moving in alone with one single flame engine is just not very good compared to moving in and flanking with rifles as well.
He really needed a back.
Oh, nice nade.
And the rifles, oh, nice nade. There's the first nade. It got tech just before we paused, before at 4:30. So they're done now at 6 minutes. And the first nice nade actually takes out one of the crewmen, and then the last crewman on the MG is killed by the rifles and then stolen. There's a mine though, placed. Oh, he almost lost both of his rifles there. One of them forced to retreat, but luckily enough, they got a pretty good retreat path. If they had retreated on the left side of the hedgerow, he surely would have lost one rifle at least.
Yeah,
Bunker now going up on the American cutoff.
He could have lost both rifles on that single mine.
Yeah, he could have lost them on mine explosion, and he also could have lost it if he didn't get the better retreat path on the right side of the hedge, since there was a lot of Wehrmacht presence on the left side. But we do have a bunker coming up on the cutoff of Ango. Is this something that you usually do?
Yeah,
cut off the American player?
This is very common. I mean, this is going to be turned into an MG bunker, and he's not going to be able to get this strike point back anytime soon. Then Wehrmacht can just focus on the right-hand side and... Yeah, basically it's
just
GG.
cap away. And you do have the 2 VPs on the right side, so usually if you go for a heavy left side with Wehrmacht, for example, eventually you have to go over to the right side. But now, right now he's just gone for the harassment play. He's built the bunker outside of the American cutoff, and now he's moved all of his forces over to the right side with the sniper now as well, starting to mow down those rifles with the MG backup. Even though he did lose one of his MG, he even lost the MG weapon itself to the rifle. So Trainz is now up 1 MG since he doesn't have WSC or anything. So it's a nice grab from the American player. What do you usually do to counter that bunker placement on the cutoff? Do you go WSC, or you just go for motor pool and get an M8, or do you get demos?
Yeah, I change it quite a lot. But normally whenever I get pushed off this early, I will already have my motor pool up. At least that's the way I play. Or I will have had strong enough for tier 1 to not actually be pushed on. But mortar and demos is definitely probably the best way to go, because anything else just takes too long. Oh, we see the MG going down.
Yeah, MG goes down to a mine. It was a sliver of health and 1 man left, and one half a burst from the enemy Wehrmacht MG from Basilone actually mowed down the last remaining crew member of that MG, and he loses the weapon that he just stole. We did have a mine just go off behind the MG bunker as well on some rifles. They're doing a nice flank now. Here's an attempt from Trainz to try and break Basilone completely and force him off the map.
Yeah,
the MG is forced off, the sniper is forced off as well.
Look in the Wehrmacht base. With all this retreating squads, he's now got a rifle in there, waiting them.
He just went between the bunkers, I guess, between the hedge. He just waltzed right into the Wehrmacht base, and here comes the first prey, and MG is first at the scene. He might pop into the building. It's actually going to set up. I'm not sure Basilone was aware fast enough that there were actually rifles in his base. Here's the sniper.
Oh, he's going to lose the sniper
as well. He's going into the bunker is superior to the HQ cover, and he actually manages to save that sniper on a sliver of health, and Trainz is not pleased. And he loses the rifle! God, so many loss from both players. This is not a lucky day for either of the two players.
Yeah,
lots of crits and lots of dying.
And Basilone just being pushed off is really bad for him because he just got tier 3 and he's building it now. However, he won't have enough fuel to actually build a Puma or stock or anything.
Yeah, I'm looking at Trainz, put its supply yard up, but he never finished building it, so he doesn't have enough fuel. He's gonna go for a WSC actually.
To be honest, when you go in for a base rush like that with a single rifle and, well, you don't see any tech at all, you must surely expect him to go tier 3. So I do
because
not
tier
understand
2 would have been up
this.
by now, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
At 10 minutes, he would expect tier 2 to have at least be out. And here's that enemy sniper, the luckiest sniper I've seen in a long time to live from getting shot at by a rifle squad at such close range for so long. Enemy fuel is now taken. Oh, is that a friendly mine? Oh, that is one of Basilone's mines that the fuel lady is gonna hit it with his rifle. The capping rifle actually takes 3 casualties there after stealing the fuel from Basilone. So Trainz is in a bit of a manpower sink, I think. He's lost a lot of rifles in a few engagements. And they're pretty costly now in 2602 to reinforce compared to Volks.
Yeah, what is it? Volks are 23 manpower or so, and rifles are 27.
Yeah, Volt is a bit cheaper than the rifles. Did have an attempt on the fuel on far right side, but the sniper's gonna try to shut him down. But it's actually hiding behind the bushes, behind a little wooded area there with his rifles, and the sniper is actually gonna run up to take a shot, kill one of them. But Trainz is not wanting to pursue the sniper out when he knows there's still one enemy MG somewhere. And he might have actually seen the MG there at the fuel point from the line of sight from the capped fuel point. Fuel point now in Basilone's hands again.
And for the first
capping
time,
it is neutral.
first time in this game, Basilone now has the drain on Trainz on VPs.
Well, that is true. 496 for Trainz compared to Basilone's 356. So he's been on control of the left side VP the entire game and also the northern VP on the right side. But that was now taken by Basilone.
Do we have demos checked? No, guess not.
I do not believe so. I have not seen it pop up on my screen at least. He's trying to flame out cutoff. As you can see on the minimap in the bottom left corner of Sandland's stream there, you can see all the red territory is the Americans' territory. And as you can see on the left side, it's all blinking. It's because it is not connected to its HQ sector. So basically, those sectors are no one's right now. No one is getting any info from them.
Might see a counter snipe here soon.
Oh, there's the ally sniper. Actually takes a shot on the MG crew. No Axis counter snipe. He was busy microing his MG. It's trying to run away. Basilone. Oh, the MG is actually bugged.
And it sets up so the American can get it. Oh no.
That was not good for the Wehrmacht player Basilone here. Losing the second MG, he's gonna have no MG backup for his sniper. He does have tier 3 and a Puma out on the field now. I'm not sure if it's gonna be enough with all the unit losses. He does still have his sniper out, and I think he's basically just hiding from the capping rifles there. And if he gets lucky, Trainz might decloak his sniper to run quicker and get the counter snipe in, but it's extremely risky considering he's gonna have to retreat through enemy units and most likely will lose his sniper on retreat.
I don't think he'd actually take the shot right now.
I don't think I'd dare. It's just too much. Here comes the Puma on the right side, and the MG bunker is finally down, allowing Trainz to recap the cutoff outside of his base, reconnecting all the territories on the left side.
Damn. I have got absolutely no clue why he didn't take this MG42 when he had the chance to. I mean, now Basilone's just going to get it back.
Yeah, he has Volks to recruit it, so it's no problem for Basilone to take it back. But at the same time, as you said, there were rifles there. He could have capped it. There were no 3-man rifles. He had 5-6 men on 2 rifles, I think. So he could have easily taken it, but I guess he chose not to take an MG. In the American-based motor pool is almost finished. There it goes, and he does have enough fuel to build an M8 or an AT gun, really. He does decide to go for the M8. He has 50 munitions, so he can get the Sizekers on it. No top gunner for a while. But now Blitz shows for Basilone with the Stormtroopers on the field already. Might be a bundle in this house. There's the animation, but Basilone actually self-cancel it.
I think he's just doing it to bait him, because currently he's only got 60 muni and he really needs to strike. He's got no AT at the moment.
Yeah, and with tier 3 up the AT option, he'll have his
this
fast
rifle
and
might
maybe
die.
build a stug.
This
Oh,
rifle's
battered
dead.
fat due to the wire and the tank traps. The Puma is in pursuit, down to 1 man. Oh no, another rifle. That's 2 rifles down for Trainz. And we do have 1 MG completely lost and unrecruitable from both teams now. 1 MG and 1 Volk and a Pio for the Wehrmacht player, if not more. Here's the M8 now on field, upgrading to side skirts, making it more survivable against the Wehrmacht forces. Is he upgrading his Shrek on the storms yet?
No. He's got the Muni now, but he hasn't upgraded yet.
Maybe when he sees M8 now, he's going to take a pot shot at the Puma. He might start upgrading to a Panzer Shrek as he sorely needs it. At the same time, the USA's only AT is basically an M8, and it's at best a soft counter to this Puma.
Yeah, he is making tier 2 now though, so he could just hope that he doesn't need this wreck just yet.
Bit of a weird in order, don't you say?
Well, it's kind of a build order from last patch, I'd say.
Yeah, I think I recognize it. Go tier 3 and get, depending on what your opponent goes, like Pumas or Nebels or Stugs or whatever you want from tier 3, and then go back to tier 3. Or tier 2, sorry. We do have Rangers out, infantry chosen for Trainz.
I still think it's one of the strongest tactics that Wehrmacht can pull off. Like long tier 1 to tier 3 to backtech tier 2 to get AT. And it's
get the packs against TD, for example.
Yeah, and Grens with Shreks if you really need it. Or Storms.
No veterancy for any Wehrmacht unit so far. He did build... No, he never got that up, did he?
He does. He simply just doesn't have the
Never.
fuel. Oh, he's upgrading his Puma now. To upgun Puma.
Ah, to counter another... Yeah, I guess it's a pretty good counter to the M8.
And he's got
to
a
be able to tangle with each other.
He's got a stew out now.
2602 patch, new favorite unit, 4 CP Stew is on the field.
I'd say that's a good call, seeing as there's Rangers on the field now and such.
Yeah, the bazookas are no reliable counter to the frontal armor of the Stew. You really need the rear armor hits. But if you do get the penetrations, the bazookas do a lot of damage, and the Stew Stug unit doesn't have that much of HP normally. These Rangers now, do you go go infantry and, when there's enemy snipers on the field, because they're so expensive to reinforce?
Normally not. I normally never get Rangers unless the opponent is spamming Pumas, and since we've only seen one, I'm kind of confused that he's getting them. As most of the time they just never pay off.
Oh, there's the fire up even from the Stew shot. He only took minor damage from that Stew shot, even though he was very close to killing loads of guys. Here we do have the rifles as well now joining the attack of these Rangers, not leaving them alone at least. The M8 is under fire from the Afghan Puma. Oh, there it is. Was he dropped? Did he see him?
No, he didn't. There's a drop bazooka right next to the vaults.
Oh god, weapon slots at its finest. The Rangers upgraded SMGs, filling up all their slots, random drop bazooka for the Wehrmacht player. That's exactly what he needs against the M8 really. But with the Stew and the Upgun Puma, I guess that's enough to counter one M8.
I have got no clue why Trainz decided to fight that out. I mean, he was up against a Stew, a Puma, 2 Volks, MG, Pack and Storm with 3 rifles and a Ranger. There's no way you're gonna win that.
Apparently had a phone call in the middle of the game.
The classic excuse.
Pish posh. AT gun out now from the mortar pool from the American player. Is going to be a good counter to the Stew, and he sorely needs it because bazooka's just not going to cut it against the frontal armor of the Stew Stug. So we do have the same amount of units. He hasn't built anything else. He does have a pack out from tier 2 now, Basilone, which is going to shut down the M8 play completely, combined with the Upgun Puma and the bazooka if he decided to get it. Oh, he does have it on a Volk squad. BP now in Worm's hands once again, and Basilone does need it again. He has 285 compared to Trainz 475, which has been barely drained the entire match, which has already gone on 20 minutes. with this amount of lost units, it usually ends up in a massive ruffle stump. But both players lost a few units, so it's still pretty much anybody's game. Sneaky engineers actually mines off the entrance to the left side house from the Wehrmacht base, and he's going for the cutoff now, which is basically almost gonna cut the Wehrmacht player off from all his resources, except for one small munition fuel points outside of his base. Sniper opens up on the flamer, and is he baiting the sniper? Running through the mine there behind the hedge? I think it might be a bait. Oh, there's another snipe. The wire was actually cut by the engineers, and here comes the M8 rolling in.
Oh, he will have to get out
Everything.
of there very fast.
Yeah, everything for the Wehrmacht army is now running over to protect his VP
this
and MG.
Could be a dead M8. If he just fausts it or something, it's dead. Most probably is anyway.
Yeah, with the bus, it's probably dead. He cancelled the M. Oh, wow. Upgun Puma and Basket takes out the M8. He was trying to plant an M8 mine, but he started moving again and cancelled it himself. I guess it would be a little bit too obvious. And he does have sweepers, doesn't he? I thought I saw sweeper before. Maybe they died.
Yeah, Basilone's got sweepers. However, they're up at the plus 16 in the right-hand corner.
Ah, they're just chilling out right side. Bazooka Rangers, or Bazooka, he doesn't have two anymore. Nice bundle, takes out one of the squad members of the Ranger squad, but only damages the rest. Whoa! Stu just misfire into the hedge, detonating his own mine. No, the mine's still there.
Oh, and he just decloaked the pack.
Oh, nice grenade on the back. Might decrew it. The crew actually lives magically somehow.
Oh, this Ranger
could
could
die.
die. Ah, yeah, dead Ranger.
Oh, he grenaded MG. I'm not sure if that grenade was worth the death of an entire SMG Ranger squad. I would say no, hell no. Pack stolen by the American players, getting shot at by the Stu. He's gonna have to run away, and maybe go back to base and heal up and reinforce if he loses any men. If the bazooka doesn't destroy the weapon itself before that happens. Now the sweeper piles on the right side is under attack by the 3 remaining rifles that recruit the pack. Bazooka misses the pack. Stu is attack grounding, but there's a hedge in the way. It's repairing at the same time. Another Ranger squad called in for Trainz, but being forced to retreat the 3-man rifles under attack from the Stu behind the hedge. They were trying to destroy the hedge with attack round on the other side. The AT gun and Pack is gonna get out of there due to the Rangers that he just called in.
I must say, I really don't get why Trainz doesn't have bars yet. I mean, he must be sitting on a shit ton of fuel. And getting bars is just so good. Especially since the Wehrmacht has got no vet.
Yeah, especially with no... He has one vet stripe now for his infantry. Wow, the second Ranger squad actually goes down to the sniper on retreat.
Yeah, that's elite armor for you.
That's 400 additional manpower down the drain. 400 manpower Ranger squad, he lost 2, plus the SMG upgrade, which is what, 125 munitions? I can't remember, 150?
100.
100. Nice American grenades out one of the Volks, netting some veterancy for the rifles on outside of the VP on the north. Allied sniper just miss. I've been seeing this in the few games that I've casted this week and last week. Snipers missing.
Oh, really nice decap though, by Trainz here. Capping the strike point and now trying to get the VP, but he's got to get denied.
Yeah, the Stu shuts down that little covert operations from the unupgraded engineers. Snipers are basically trading shots on other units, not themselves. No counter snipe attempts. But the allied sniper is being good, killing the Storms and Volks and support weapon crews. He's already vet 2. Stolen bazooka on the book, takes one shot at the AT gun. Nice grenade goes in, forcing the Wehrmacht units back, which is most likely gonna save that AT gun. Oh, Neville out now as well from Basilone. Gonna bombard. It's gonna be a counter to these stationary AT guns. Ooh, the sniper is very close to the flames and he's almost dead. There is a triage back in base. I think he should probably go back heal.
I mean, why is Basilone keeping a one-man's storm capping for him? When
it's very dangerous because there's a sniper around, yeah.
It could possibly die now.
Storm on retreat.
Yeah, he was.
He's fairly healthy. He's gonna be okay. There's the bar pop. but in no major engagement as he retreated that rifle that was actually the only rifle fighting at the time. Everything else from Trainz is back at base healing at a triage. We do have bars now though, it's going to be good against these two Volk squads. They only have vet 1, which is just going to net them some passive regen. So it doesn't affect their combat effectiveness at all.
Did Trainz unlock the arty in infantry, or is he going straight for off-map combat group?
I'm not entirely sure. He doesn't have the off-map howitzer shoot, so I guess he's going down the off-map combat group route. I'm not sure.
He surely must be, when he's got rangers already.
Yeah, he went for rangers instantly, it looked like. Sticky bombs are now researched as well for an American player, Trainz, which is, I guess, if you can get damage the engine or destroy it on the Stug and then finish following up with the stolen pack and the AT gun, it's going to be enough to kill that Stug, or the Stew, sorry. Let's have a look at the chat. So many dead squads. My eyes are burning. I agree with you, Racer. There is a lot of dead squads very early in the game from both players.
Oh, we might see a rifle go down here. There's 2 snipers on it, and it's a 3-man rifle squad.
Here's the 2 flanking bar rifles moving into the Wehrmacht forces. The MG is actually facing the 3-man rifle squad. They're trying to turn around. Oh, very nice. He gets double stickies off. He might actually crawl into the mine, which the 2 was almost parked on. He's trying to move away, but with a destroyed engine. Where are the AT guns? One of them are moving up. The pack was actually decrewed, most likely by the 2 snipers from Basilone. And there goes the finishing AT gun, netting it vet 1, killing that Stew. MP44 updates on the stormtroopers in Basilone is going to be a decent counter to these barred rifles, and vet 2 for infantry as well, making them vet C pinatas for the sniper. But a good opponent against bar rifles.
Well, as long as the sniper can see them.
This is true! And as his infantry has no recon run or anything to reveal them with, except for running into them with his rifles and just finding them. Or maybe, you know, if he goes for a jeep or something. He did steal the pack that was decrewed by the sniper. It might get recrewed by these Grens here. Fairly expensive recrew, but all the Volks are basically... They were running out of the base. They're at the bottom VP outside of the Wehrmacht base now.
Won't be long before we possibly see a Tiger, though. I mean, he's 2/3 into the 5th CP.
Oh yeah, and he did go down the left-hand side Storm Stew Tiger, so... Off-map combat group is now unlocked for Trainz. He does not have the manpower enough. Only has 400 manpower, so he needs double that, 800 to get an off-map combat group, which at least is going to net him some AT, which is going to be a good complement to the AT gun that he already has. One more piece of AT can tango with a Tiger at least, especially if it's another AT gun. At least he can keep him at bay. But 2 Axis sniper now and stormtroopers. Basilone's army is growing into this stealth kill army. And the allied sniper might be in trouble. Ooh, counter snipe! Counter snipe. I think Trainz, yeah, he ran back with the rifle and then decided not to and ran back again. Most likely a bait to get a counter snipe off. He's not retreating that man squad. And he knows there's 2 snipers on the field. Quite an obvious bait. Basilone is not going for it. Nebel now going down, most likely at the AT and the 3-man rifle squad up north. Around the VP. It's so far away, the scatter is massive. 4 rounds go down the right to the VP and 2 rounds only on the left side. Not hitting anything. Harassment from some vanilla engineers for Trainz just outside of the Wehrmacht base to the left. So how would you proceed from here? It looks like Trainz is basically just floating manpower and not reinforcing or doing any engagements to lose rifles that he's going to spend manpower on. He's just floating for off-map combat group.
Yeah, I think I'd do the same at the current time, because you can't combat the Wehrmacht army with what he's got right now. And we just had a Tiger on the field now.
Oh, there is the Tiger.
Oh, he's gonna lay
on
a
the field
sneaky
from
mine at the Nebelwerfer.
I wonder if there's line of sight enough from the base buildings.
Oh,
make him able
this
to
could
see
get
that. I don't
really,
think so.
really nasty if the
If
Tiger
the
shoots.
sniper runs, ooh, all the rifles are clumped up, and here comes the Tiger.
Yeah.
Oh, here it goes! No kills on the rifles, I guess because he planted them himself. He doesn't take any damage from it, but I thought that was only for grenades.
Oh, did he just off-map combat group? An M10, an
It
M8,
did indeed.
AT gun, and what more? Oh.
Oh, but the M10 runs right into a mine instantly, and the pack actually finishes off with the combination of the stolen bazooka on the Volks, and the M8 decides to back off the decloaked pack after the first shot. Misses the M8 twice, actually. Bazooka misses as well. Destroys the carcass of the M10 instead. Bar rifles, snipers moving in, AT gun in support as well from Trainz combined arms. But here comes the stormtroopers, they uncloak. A grenade goes in on the storms. Fairly nice dodge. Only one of the men takes some
Oh, he might lose his
damage
rifle.
from the grenade. Off map is somewhere. Where is the off map?
Probably in base or something. Or
To
no,
the right
no,
VP.
no. It was at the snipers.
On the snipers? Ah. Both of the snipers actually retreating, most likely from seeing the red smoke of the off
Oh,
map.
there's an engineer in the base. He could try and get lucky with that.
Does he have demos?
No, I don't think so.
No, he doesn't. What is Trainz doing? He's playing in a clan called Where's My Demo without demos. Engineers are gonna try to polish off this sniper, but with the second... Whoa, that was lucky. Could have lost the engineer squad there. That grease gun is doing... Wow, he did get some crits in. He might actually get him if the second sniper doesn't kill him before.
Oh, so lucky with those snipers.
Second sniper that just gets away with a sliver of health, really. 375 EPs for Trainz compared to Basilone's 226 right now. Still pretty much anybody's game. Very nice comeback from Basilone.
I'd say a huge favor of Basilone right now. I mean, he's up against 3 rifles, an AT gun, and an M8, and that's all. Oh, and the sniper
he has the
somewhere.
allied sniper as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, the sniper is just outside of his base, where the AT gun is moving to.
Ah, sorry, 4 rifles as well.
Yep. He must rebuild. He must have built 2 extras from his starting build order, because he lost one and replaced that, and then he built another one. Because he only built 3 rifles as a start, I think. He might have built a 4th after the Jeep as well.
I don't understand why he built this bunker and hasn't upgraded it yet.
Well, as it's not defensive, he can't use it as a reinforcement point, so I'm pretty shocked as well. Is he in munitions sink? He can't afford it?
No, he's got 150 muni. Oh, he might lose a sniper here. Yeah, 1 sniper's
Oh!
down. Second sniper, if he gets uncloaked, is dead. But he
But
gets
the mine
away.
actually suppressed the rifles. And that sniper's actually gonna live. But a mine, friendly mine, killing the sniper, I think.
Yep.
Vet 2 for some of the bar rifles, which is gonna be great with bars against these Volks, even though they are Vet 2. They only get some shoddy line of sight bonus.
Oh,
Sticky goes in on Tiger.
he got medic bunker at the exact perfect time. They're now going to work.
Oh,
and
look at him mix. He's actually carrying a cloak corpse, the sniper. I'll pick you up, Indable Man. There was a movie, I can't remember the name, but the guy went invisible. Do you know which movie I'm talking about? He's like a scientist or something.
I have no clue.
He was shit.
Yeah, sounds
That was a useless movie.
kind of bad.
So, Sandland, tell me, what would be the first thing you would do if you could go invisible like a sniper? Girls' locker room?
I probably shouldn't say on stream.
Bitch slap angry rhino in the face when he couldn't see you?
I think one of the things I'd actually do would be go to France and find a meme, you know, a guy, street artist meme guy.
Oh yeah, a mime, yeah.
Yeah, and go beat him up and just look at the look at the applause of how good people think he is.
Oh god. That's one of the most devious ants I've heard lately. That's funny. No one would even know! Ah, it's Hollow Man. That's what the movie was called. That movie was terrible. Another attempt at stealing an AT gun. Another attempt to get another 8 gun for the Wehrmacht forces after reclaiming his pack.
Oh, he's
just
running an
out.
uncloaked sniper right
sniper.
into... Yeah.
Instant retreat from Basilone, nicely microed. Forward HQ now on the right-hand side, building outside of his VP. But these rifles are basically completely unopposed now. He's going to be able to steal the cut-off, the VP. Rifles actually running into the base now with the retreating sniper.
That's a dead sniper. Or
but
maybe not.
MP-44 storms rescue. Here's a grenade, most likely. No grenade, nope. He does have the munitions for it. Oh, there it is. But very nice micro, completely screwing up the animation, and the grenade was never thrown. But here comes the second. Yeah, this time the sniper's not gonna have a third life. There it goes, bundled in protection, anticipating the rifle to charge forward faster. Good move from Basilone, but it didn't pay off. American Pineapple goes in as well, but the storms are nowhere even close.
I must say,
quick losses for the rifles.
I really don't understand what Basilone have been doing. He's just been camping his side. I mean, he's so far, or he was so far ahead. He could have just gone and taken the American cutoff. I don't know why he hasn't done it yet.
Maybe he doesn't feel safe enough, considering, you know, he's lost so many units during the game, and it's been so-so with some of the engagement, forcing him completely off the map a few times. I guess he's just uncomfortable, maybe.
And this
he doesn't dare
rifle
even
could go down if he's unlucky.
Retreating to MP for the storms, only 2 men.
Wow, 3 AT guns now.
That must have been...
Yeah, he just got an off-map combat group.
Off-map combat group, Rangers, rifle, 2 AT guns, I think?
No, 2 rifles, Ranger, and an AT gun.
Okay. So he built another one and he crewed the one that he lost before. Rangers trying to do something against the Tiger. Rangers trying to do something against the forward front armor Tiger, doing bupkis really. These Rangers are probably gonna try to kill the pack, destroy it with the bazookas, maybe grenade it. Two nice bazooka shots on the pack weapon itself. It's gonna have to use attack move now to kill the gun itself. He doesn't fancy it with the reinforcing Volks and retreats, but they're stuck on a non-existent hedge. What's going on? Bunker goes down to the AT guns.
I hate when this happens.
This is strange. There's no hedge, Ranger guy. You can run along to the base now. Your captain's waiting for you. It's not. Off map on the VD, killing a sniper. One sniper goes down to the off map, and one of the Volk crewmen, I think.
That's the bonus of having Rangers that won't run. Take no damage, but yeah, they gave line of sight.
Takes forever, killed him. That sniper opening up the 2 Volk squads now, advancing just to outside of the American base. But here comes the rifle horde. Now 5 rifles, thanks to the off-map combat group from Trainz.
Only 1 supply out upgrade?
That's a silly blob. That is a silly blob.
How much fuel is Trainz sitting on?
350 full second supply yard upgrade is researching right now, but it's going to take quite a while.
Alright.
It does take something like a minute and a half or something, I can't remember. It takes forever. Whoa, double mine goes off outside of the American cutoff. There's Basilone's attempt to get the American cutoff. Running face first into 2 mines. My face is my shield. MG sets up against these rifles. There's a fairly two-pronged attack from the left and from the right, but there's 2 MGs. One of them is not facing the correct way though, and gets decrewed by the rifles. Vet 2 sticky going in on the Tiger, AT gun opening up as well. MP-44 Storms are trying to repel the invaders.
He's getting focus fired though. Vet 3 rifle.
Good. Oh god, Storms churn out so much XP, it's not even funny. Vet 3 sticky. Look at the silly damage, dude. Oh, immobilized. He is quite literally a sitting duck and gets killed by an AT gun, netting him Vet 2 instantly.
Oh, and we have the
there's
GG
the
call.
GG Basilone. What does he have left in his base away? Gren, Storm, Volk, Pio. And a sniper. Another sniper.
Oh, and he's forfeiting completely now, so we won't be showing any more games.
Yeah, no more games from Trainz and Basilone. It's a walkover from Basilone. due to technical difficulties on his part.
So yeah, what are we gonna do now? What are we gonna cast?
Another game from the WMD qualifiers.
Yeah.
General, if you're out there, can you please post a replay or a link to a replay that we need? If any of round 3 or the semis have been played yet, one of those, please. Trainz versus Perlick, are they played?
We'll find out. Anyway, we will be right back with yeah, the next games, and yeah, don't go anywhere.